want to ask you how this whole thing came about. If you could take us through that whole journey. Ante Up.
Mm.
How? Please explain. First of all, how was it coming up with the beat, if you remember that, and how was the session?
Session was crazy. I'm gonna start with the beat. Now, they M.O.P always going through the transition from label to label because they trying to find the right label that understand what they do. So they over at Loud right now. Loud, DJ Premier, he's already in the studio with them rocking. And at this time, I'm doing 1,000 things, so I wasn't really able to get on the album the proper way that I was originally on the first album. So they was down to two more open slots. They felt they needed two records, or they felt they needed that one record. And at the time, I was so busy that they had to come and see me and was like, "Yo, D, you family? Come on, D, let's get this together." So when I started playing Ante Up for them, man, they heard that joint, man. They lost their mind. They was like, "Yo, that joint is crazy." And then the night we went in the studio to go ahead and record the record, everything was going right. Man, I parked my car right in front of the studio, and I tell you this, I kid you not, yo. Came out the studio, my car was gone. And as I was
I
going
mean,
down to the pound to get my car, I was saying to myself, like, yo, you know what? This is real crazy. This is let me tell you how crazy this is. I was like, yo, I made a record that's so incredible, and then my car get cold, but I wasn't mad. I was going to that pound just thinking about that record. And then this is one record that I could say out of all my records I ever produced, this record did so much on so many levels. And I was like, wow. And then it was so crazy because Funkmaster Flex at the time, he kind of slept on M.O.P and us in the very beginning when we was doing how about some hardcore and all that. But he made a promise to us. He said, yo, man, I ain't gonna front. Y'all dudes is dope. He said, but yo, I remember he told me one day we was on 23rd Street. He said, yo, I'm not missing the next one. I guarantee I don't miss the next one. And he happened to be right on time for Ante Up, and he was like one of the first DJs to go bananas when he got the record. He didn't question it, he didn't think about it, he just went bananas on it. Yeah, Ante Up was definitely like a real incredible record, a life changer for me.
now, you guys recorded Ante Up. At what point when they decided to do the remix and start adding Remy Ma and Buster, were you at the sessions for that as well, or
Man,
how did
let
that
me
go?
tell you, all that stuff started happening because the record was so hot. Every rapper in the game wanted to get on that record, and dudes would have to make choices like, yo, who was going to get on this record? It was some people that's supposed to be on the record. I actually heard a couple people get on the record, but they couldn't. For some reason, it was something else. I ain't gonna start nothing up, but yeah. So when Remy and Buster came, Buster at that time was like, it just made sense for Buster to get on record. Buster
Right.
wasn't letting nothing go out the door without him touching. That's his attitude. That's how he was, and he was family. He was home team with everybody. And Remy Ma was just a whole different like flavor to add to the record, And when they did all that stuff, man, by the time I got back to hear that record and hear all these different people on the record, I was overwhelmed. I was like, and then Teflon, man.
Teflon. That's
Let me
right.
tell you something, man. Teflon the Don, man. Let me tell you, boy, Teflon is such an incredible artist, man. Like Teflon, he came and because I remember when Teflon, we was working on his stuff solo, and I said, boy, Tef, they hear you gonna be crazy out here. But when he jumped on Ante Up, it was a whole different game plan. So to me, that was amazing. So that
Yep.
record, everybody jumped on that record. It was just natural chemistry. We didn't have to go out and figure out, yo, we need to make a remix. Who we gonna do?
It
Nah, everybody calling. The
just
phone was ringing.
yeah.
That was that record because them, M.O.P by themselves hold it down. They set the
Yeah.
bar so high, it was just like undeniable. Like it was so hard to keep up with that energy. You know what I'm saying? But dudes was like, yo, I can do it. And when they got on there, yeah, they definitely did their thing.
Oh,
No doubt, no doubt. Just give me 1 second. My
All right.
son's name is Kwani. So Kwani, this is the gentleman that made the beat to Ante Up. Yep, that fool. This is the guy, DR period, Quan. This is it, Quan.
Yeah,
so
Quan.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. It
Yes.
means a lot to me, man.
absolutely.
Thank you.
Before I go into the next cut, I gotta ask, how many fights have you witnessed with Ante Up over the years?
Man, let me tell you something. I'm gonna keep my mouth closed on that one because Yo, I ain't gonna. It was one story. I don't really want. I shouldn't. I don't even know if I should tell you.
Yeah,
But
you should.
it's one story that hit me hard because something really tragically happened to somebody, and the person was at one of the conference that we did, and they said that while all that was going on, that song was playing.
Oh wow.
Now I ain't saying the song did that,
No,
I
no,
ain't saying
Right.
cause the situation, but for the way they explained it to us, it hit me hard. It made me go, wow, man, I didn't, I didn't have nothing to say, and I usually always have something to say. You ask me, if I don't know, I'm gonna be like, next question,
Right.
But